Hello, hello! On today's show, I'm going to talk about Andor. Never underestimate a classic in cover combat. There's going to be a barrage of video game talk, and when Hasbro plays with fire, you might just get burnt. Welcome to your favorite live streaming, whatnotting podcast, Comics and Collectibles in the Crawl Space. As usual, I'm Kevin, and I've got a whole bunch of hosts today, co-hosts today. First, you want to say, hey, Pat?
Hi, everyone.
And, of course, Mike.
Hey, everybody.
I think your mic, your microphone, like checked out again when you left. We didn't hear you. Say it again.
Hey, everybody.
Man, that is so low.
Oh man.
Nothing to do about it now, I guess. And then you've got Mark, who's actually going to do some co-hosting today himself. You want to say hi, Mark?
Hi.
And then Patrick's boy is here as well. Want to say hey, Valor?
Hi.
Awesome.
Hey,
Got a great group going on today. So let me just knock a few things out here before we start. Mike, you want to set up the profits first?
Yep.
No, hold on. I was just saying, or do you want to do that? We want to do this first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Same lady as last week. She didn't win. She's giving it another shot.
Right.
All right, go, Mike.
Okay. Here are the covers for 10 books coming out this Wednesday, September 28th. The Xcellar group and our families have
Man, we can't hear you at all, for real.
Favorite. Really?
Really?
Oh, you know what? When I was messing with the other microphone, I changed.
Yeah, you just got better as you moved closer to your screen.
Yeah, so it's using my internal one. I'll get through this and then I'll switch it back.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we can hear you good now, so stay right there.
The Xcellar group and our families have selected our top 3 favorites. In order for you to win the Profits contest, you must choose the covers that make up our top 3. Post a comment during the live stream of the 3 covers you've selected. The cutoff time for your submission will be announced at the beginning of the Pick 3 segment. Winners will receive their choice of 1 book from the 10 shown. We'll send it to you free and even cover the shipping. So real quickly, we've got Thor 27, DC Horror Sergeant Rock #1, Batman Audio Adventures #1, Human Target #7, with our Avengers. I can't remember what the AXP stands for. #1, Amazing Spider-Man #10, DC Mech 3, Fortnite X Marvel Zero War 5, Deathstroke Inc. 13, and Batman Fortress 5. It's like these titles are getting longer and more difficult. Keep it simple.
Yeah, and more complicated in the way that, too, I won't say who picked Wonder Woman, but when I mentioned someone picked Wonder Woman, you're like, there's no Wonder Woman book there. That's DC Mech. Well, then why does it say Wonder Woman in big, bold letters on the cover in the corner And DC Mech really tiny down by the UPC symbol at the bottom.
It's
like
so small on there.
It is.
It might be smaller than the artist's signature.
Yeah, it's so tiny. Like when you first told me that, I'm like, no, you're crazy. I was playing a Where's Waldo game with the cover looking for where's the title of this book. Apparently it's DC Mech.
Yep.
All right, though. Awesome. So everybody get your guesses in early for what the pick 3 is going to be. And you can win one of those books. All right. So next on the agenda. The S.C.R.F.L.S Goal Sweepstakes. So if you do any of those things that are in the acronym, subscribe, comment, retweet, follow, like, or share any of our content on any of our different platforms, you will be entered in the S.C.R.F.L.S Goals Sweepstakes. What you will win, if you do win, is 2 movie tickets, a digital code to own one of your own favorite movies or shows, a CGC comic book, a Funko Pop. We actually revealed that. It's a Miles Morales Funko Pop. And a classic action figure. We revealed that as well already. It's a Batman. It's an awesome Batman action figure. I actually said Captain America last week too. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, basically we're going to do this giveaway once we reach 50 subs on YouTube. And we hit a milestone. We are now at 40. So we are creeping up. It's awesome. The random username shout out for the day is Gears Primed. GEARS PRIMED. And if that is your username on eBay, and you let us know in this live stream that you're checking us out, you get a 25% discount on anything we have to offer on eBay at Xcellar_comics. If you watch this video at any point in time later, still comment that you've watched it, and we'll still give you 10% off anything we offer on eBay at Xcellar_comics. And definitely, check out our store in general, everybody. And if you buy anything from us, it's possible you could be the random username shout out next time. We do it every episode. All right. I did want to talk about, or I guess I talked about it last week. So just to remind people one last time. So we started with the fun fan freebie phrase. We had a winner with that. Then we did the fun fan freebie. I think we did the fun fan freebie phrase twice. And then we did the fun fan freebie scavenger hunt. But all of these complicated fun fan freebies are going by the wayside. We're simplifying. We've got the fun fan freebie wheel. And we're going to spin it at the end of every single episode. And we've added some people that were at my Whatnot show last night to that wheel because they hooked me up. It was a great show, man. And I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of insider information on my shows on Whatnot. Sometimes I'm not exactly prepared with values, so I will list something at. I will start the bidding at something that I'm aware I'm gonna make a couple bucks on it, but it could be worth a lot more because I'm not up on what I'm selling. So come, take advantage of my lack of knowledge on my Whatnot shows. The only problem may be I had a bunch of people hook me up yesterday, had a bid war on a bunch of items, so it was a great night. But yeah, if you show up for my Whatnot shows in general, You buy some things from me, we'll enter you for the giveaway on these live streams as well. Pick a few people from that as well. So they're already on the wheel. And anybody comments at all during the show, this does not include the Xcellar family this time. Xcellar family is excluded. So anybody else comments, lets us know they're here. You get added to the segment wheel for the end of the show as well. All right. Just to mention again with the Whatnot show, I do a comic book focus show on Friday night. This past week was Justice League. I'm doing what was that, Mike? Was that you, Mike?
Not me. Yeah,
I'm doing Avengers this Friday. Avengers is my focus for this Friday's comic book show. And then I'm doing video games again on Saturday because even though I literally ran a 5-hour show and I still have a ton of stuff. So I figured since it went so well and I didn't even get to show a lot of stuff, I'm going to do it again. We'll see how it goes. But actually, too, I'm changing that next week to midnight. It just keeps getting later and later. It's partially going a little bit later because of what I've said before. It seems like when I start later, it's a little bit better, but also because me and Ayla are going to a concert next Saturday. So I won't even be home until like 11 o'clock from the concert. So sorry about it, Valor. It's not any earlier for you to be able to check it out.
You're fine, Kevin.
All right, on that video game note,
let's go.
The special segment of the week this week is Video Game Barrage, which is why Valor and Mark are here. And true to form with our scientific methods of deciding the order, we go clockwise like this, or we go like row and then row. Like if it's row, who's going first? Valor, you going first?
Sure.
Yeah, let the boys go first.
All right. I've got no intro for this one yet, Valor. I'll get that in the future. All I got is the little scroll at the bottom there. So have at it. What do you got? And I want to take a turn too. I'll definitely go last though once the boys are done.
All right. So the games that are coming out for Nintendo later this year, Splatoon 3 was already released. A sequel to Splatoon 2. So that came out about 2 weeks ago, and I've heard that it's pretty good.
Okay, gotcha. Actually, sorry, I'm not doing my job here. I was just reading the comments. Sorry. But so you never played this? This is just it's coming out soon. So you wanted to show it as something that's coming out soon, or just came out? You said
it came out 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It's building on the Switch version of Splatoon, Splatoon 2.
Okay.
It has new game mechanics and new weapons that you can use.
Did you play Splatoon 1 or 2?
Yeah, I have both of them. The first one was on the Wii U.
Okay.
And Splatoon is a Nintendo exclusive.
Gotcha. And you like it?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty
Good.
fun.
Good. All right. What else you got?
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope is equal to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is also on the Switch.
Okay.
Combines the Mario and Rabbids universe.
Yeah. Is it out yet?
I don't think so. October 20th.
What's that? I'm sorry.
October 20th.
October 20th? Okay.
And
did you play the other Mario and Rabbids game?
Yeah.
And is it awesome?
It's definitely not as good as a normal Mario game.
Okay, interesting. I was just getting ready to say all Mario is pretty awesome though, so this one doesn't quite live up to that, but it's still not bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next
I need
we
to
got
get myself. I need to get myself another Switch. Mine's all banged up, and all these good games coming out. And yeah, go ahead. I got a couple games to talk
next
about.
is Bayonetta 3. Dad, do you remember the release date for this?
October 28th.
8 days after Sparks of Hope. I have not played any of the Bayonetta games.
I haven't either, but I've heard they're awesome. Have you played them, Patrick?
I have not. They've just been sort of in my backlog.
Yeah. Very cool, though. Okay.
I don't really have much for Bayonetta 3.
Well, yeah, because it's a rated M game, so he hasn't really been.
Yeah.
It's one of the big Nintendo releases for the end of the year, so we included it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, sorry.
I think this is what really Valor's waiting for, and what when Michael was on a few weeks ago, he talked about it a little bit.
So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is the 9th collection of the Pokemon games.
Awesome.
And these two come out November 18th of this year.
Nice.
And Dad, do you have another picture, or did you keep that one out? So this is the new game mechanic for it. In the last game they had the Dynamax and Gigantamax, but they turn into gems in this game, which is interesting.
Yeah, is this? I think Mike mentioned this when he was here too, right?
I think he did, yeah.
That is interesting.
And the two Pokemon on the boxes are the legendaries, which are more powerful than normal Pokemon and are normally obtained at the end of the game.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty much it for me.
Let me just add, since you're on Pokemon, I was just talking to Tyler, and he's big into his Switch right now. I was just talking to him about it last night, and yeah, he's like, when are they going to come out with a Pokemon Stadium? Of course, I didn't have the answer, and he was saying they haven't announced anything. What say you? Have you heard about any rumors about Pokemon Stadium on Switch?
No, but they do have the Nintendo 64 virtual console with the Nintendo Switch Online, so that might be coming soon.
Okay. All right. Great stuff. Appreciate it, Valor. So, Marcus, what do you got?
My favorite game of all time.
Can't hear him, Mike.
Can you hear it all?
No,
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
my favorite game of all time is Call of Duty 1.
Your favorite game of all time is Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah, basically.
Nice. Oh yeah, I guess. What's your go back to Valor for 1 second on that same question? What's your favorite game of all time, Valor?
My favorite game is the whole Pokemon series.
The whole Pokemon series?
Yeah, they're all good games.
Okay,
If
that's
I had
fair.
to choose, it would be Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Okay, awesome. All right, Mark, what you got next? What is this dude?
That's his favorite skin. Call of Duty.
Okay,
That's how he plays all the time.
gotcha. All right, is that the latest Call of Duty?
No, the newest Call of Duty, it's like the bottom. Two of them.
What? Try that again. Get a little closer, Mike.
It's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think. Like,
Okay.
Modern-
I'm not up on my Call of Duties. How old is that Warzone then?
I'm not, so.
Not sure. Okay. All right. What else you got?
My most played game of all time is Fortnite.
Okay, I would have guessed that. Okay. What is this Fortnite Paradise? What is that?
So that's the new season.
Yep.
Chapter 3, season 4. And it came out like last week.
Did you say last week?
I think last weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I was playing it a lot, and I got my first win on Monday.
Nice.
I think that's his favorite skin right there.
Yeah,
That's a cool skin. Yeah.
Snap
What are
ball.
those? Go back to that last picture real quick. So obviously we got Spider-Gwen. Who are the other two skins there? The middle one on the right. The middle one and the one on the right. What are those?
the middle one is the Paradigm, who is a part of the 7, and the
Okay.
7 is like a group in it that tries to protect like the Fortnite Island, and then they're like villains and stuff that are trying to like destroy. So 7 protects it, and Paradigm is, I think, the last like 7 left because all of the other ones like are not there anymore.
Okay. What about the one on the right?
I forgot his name, but he, I forgot his name.
Okay, it's no one special like that. Spider-Gwen and Paradigm are the special ones, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
What?
I was just gonna say, yeah. What else you got?
The game I'm playing most right now is my favorite.
That's not it. Sorry, fail. There we go.
That.
Nice. Sniper Elite 4. This was actually the one I was gonna think you were gonna say was your favorite game of all time. Either this or Fortnite. That's what I was thinking.
Not anymore.
Is this the newest Sniper Elite, Mark?
No, the Sniper Elite 5 came out. May 26th.
Okay.
So, yeah. And it's really annoying because it hints that there's gonna be D-Day in the game.
Okay.
And I played it, and there's not. D-Day's not in. It's very annoying because they got all excited for it.
That is annoying. I hate when that kind of thing happens.
Yeah, it has the date up there, and when you start, so we keep thinking, the next level is going to jump to D-Day, and it just never happened.
Wow.
The game finishes before D-Day.
Have you all played all the Sniper Elites from 1 to 5?
Well, one, I don't know what that's on. I've never really seen it.
Okay.
The second one, it costs like $50.
Ah.
So, and the third one, I don't like it. Dad, you like it.
I like it.
And 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So your experience with 3, 4, and 5. Dad likes 3. You both love 4. It's awesome. 5's fun, but can be annoying because of the misrepresentation, basically.
Right.
Gotcha. I played that a little bit too, based on your recommendation. It's definitely fun. It's a slow, high skill, high stealth game, right?
Yeah. It's my speed. Slow.
Yeah.
I always get flagged on purpose because it's so fun.
Yeah. Your dad's told me about that as well.
Yeah, that's the Fortnite and Call of Duty in them. It doesn't play that way, but he tries to get it to play that way.
Right. All right, did you have any more, or was that it, Mark?
So the new game I'm excited about is Warzone.
Okay, that's why that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
When's this come out?
It comes out November 16th.
Awesome. Oh,
Very good.
there we go. Okay. All right. My turn to talk about video games. Sweet. I got a couple trivia questions for Mark and Valor. And
Whenever
there's
you're done, I have a couple things.
huh?
I said, whenever
Oh, you
you're
got
done.
some too? Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you bring some video game barrage content with you, Patrick?
I have the questions that you asked.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, awesome.
I have the rest of the questions too.
Well, yeah, okay. What were the other ones, Valor? I forgot my questions.
My most played game, from what I could tell, because the Wii U doesn't have like a time spent on the games, but the Switch does. My most played game on the Switch right now is Minecraft.
Okay.
The game I'm playing most right now is Fortnite,
Okay.
and my most anticipated game is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom.
Nice. Okay. Have you played all the Zeldas?
Not all of them.
The last few, though.
Yeah. I
And
have played some of the originals too.
Obviously, you love it, right? Who doesn't love Zelda? Yeah. All right. Did you get all the questions out? Yeah, you got all the questions out, Mark.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to step on y'all's toes like that. I totally forgot my own list of basic questions. All right, so I'm going to take my turn first with the trivia. And again, this is for Mark and Valor. And Mark and Valor, I'm not asking you these questions because I think you might not know or anything like that. So if you don't know, don't worry about it. I just like to play these kind of games. Okay? So what was the first video game ever? Valor, Mark, do you know?
Oh, Pong.
You say Pong?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pong too.
Awesome. Awesome guesses. You got guesses, Mike and Pat?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and agree with these two. Oh.
Do you agree with that too, Pat?
Yeah, I don't know if it was it table tennis or something.
Oh, Pat! Dadgummit.
So
I was
basically,
gonna get you.
basically the same thing, but
I know, but it's okay. So here's the breakdown of the firsts of video games. So yeah, it was the tennis game first. That's first video game, 1958.
They had TVs back then?
That's early.
That was so
I
recent.
thought it was a little later than that.
And then check this out. The second video game out ever was not even Pong either. It was called Computer Space, and it was out in 1971. Pong was like the first commercially successful video game. Okay? That was out in 1972. All right? So, again, we'll start with Mark and Valor first. What were the first video game consoles? And I'm gonna accept 3 because they kind of came out at the same time. It's first gen consoles. There's actually 3. And no, it's not PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch.
I know.
All right, you guys don't have any guesses?
I think I might know it.
Okay, what you got?
Is it the ColecoVision?
Close. That's a good guess, though. You know, Pat?
I can't remember if the Magnavox Odyssey beat everything out first.
Odyssey was a first gen. Yep.
Yeah.
Mike?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember Odyssey. But ColecoVision was one.
So it was called Coleco Telstar back then.
Then it changed to ColecoVision.
Yeah. I don't want to say that 100%. I do believe that's accurate. I didn't look that up, but that's what I think is accurate. And then Atari Pong. So yeah, those are the 3 first Gen Systems. Next question. And this has actually got 2 answers as well. So I'm going to split this up. What is the best-selling game ever? And the way I'm going to split it up, you know how obviously, for example, Call of Duty, there's like 75 versions of it. So that's like Call of Duty. So there's like one game that's the best-selling ever if you combine its entire library. And then there's one game that's the best-selling game ever, just one game by itself. Valor, why don't you go first?
If we're going by like whole franchises, I'm going to say that Pokemon is one of the best-selling ones.
Okay. What about an individual game?
One of the newer ones, probably.
No guess?
PlayStation something. Something from PlayStation.
Okay. Mark, you got a guess for if you include one certain game's entire library, what's the best-selling game ever? And then one guess for what is the best-selling one individual game ever?
No pressure.
If you don't know, it's okay, buddy. You don't have to feel pressure. I don't want you to stress out. What do you say?
Minecraft.
Boom! Mark! Minecraft is the best-selling one game ever.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was gonna guess Tetris.
You steal my thunder, Pat.
I knew that Minecraft was high up there. I didn't think it was the best-selling one, though.
Yeah, it is number 1. And then Pat chimes in with the answer to the other one, which this is also my first answer of one of the questions. What is your most played game of all time? And for me, it is also the best-selling game of all time, Tetris. And that includes all of the, how many versions of Tetris there's been since it's come out. So Tetris is the best-selling game technically of all time, if you include it that way. But Minecraft on its own has sold more than the top-selling Tetris. I think I have a graphic for this too. Yeah, there we go. So these are on its own sales.
Wow.
Actually, I think this might be my current sales. No, this is all time. Yeah. All time. Okay, so
It's hard to believe it. Minecraft is higher than GTA.
yeah, I mean, I've always said, I have a fondness for Minecraft. I always will spend a lot of time playing it with my kids. I've played it a bunch on my own too. No lie, I'm not ashamed. I've been up sitting there by myself, breaking some blocks, building some stuff. Spent my time on it. It's a great game. I think even the people that don't like it, and if I remember correctly, Patrick, you don't like Minecraft, right?
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. But I think even the people that don't like it, and since I've got one here, I'll just ask you can respect it's a good game though, right? I mean, it's a ingenious and thought-provoking, creative. It has no ending, so you can play it forever game, right? I mean, it's just good, right? I mean,
Yeah, all ages.
Yeah, all ages too. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's where I can believe it outsold GTA because GTA is mature where
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
everyone can play Minecraft. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but
All right. I'm gonna totally assume Pat and Mike won't know these next 2 questions at all. But here you go, Valor and Mark. I wouldn't have known these either. No shade. I'm not throwing any shade. Anyway, here you go. What are the most streamed games right now? And I've got the top. I've got like 6 here. So.
Oh, okay. I think I know.
Mark, why me let Mark go first this time then? Mark, you got any? What are the most streamed games right now, Mark? Do you know?
No.
No, you don't have one? You don't have one guess? Come on, one guess. What's your what is your one of your favorite games of all time? What's your most played game ever?
Fortnite.
Exactly. Yes. Good answer, Mark. Fortnite is one of the top. I've got 6 here, so one of the top 6 streamed games right now.
So
Okay.
what do you mean stream?
Like live.
Yeah,
On
like
Twitch.
on Twitch. Multiple streaming platforms where you can watch other people play them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Valor, what do you got? What do you got?
Can I answer with 3?
Huh? Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna say Minecraft is one of them.
Correct.
Valorant.
Nice. That was one of the one I was thinking no one would know, but yeah, Valorant. I have
And-
no idea what that game is, but it looks. I've just seen some screenshots of it. It looks sick. It's only a PC. It's a PC only game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the close release of Overwatch 2, I'm gonna say it's probably Overwatch is another one of them.
I love that guess, but unfortunately, it's not correct. Man, but I'm just going to tail right into my next answer to one of the questions, which is the game that you're into the most right now. I'm into Overwatch like crazy. That's pretty much all I ever boot up when I boot up right now. And then, of course, games coming out soon that I'm excited for, Overwatch 2, just like Valor mentioned. I've actually already pre-ordered it. It comes out next month. I don't exactly have a day as to when it comes out. It's just October. Do you know a day that comes out, Valor?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm not big into Overwatch. I just know that it's coming out soon.
Oh man, I love it so much. Anyway, so there is 1, 2, 3 more games on the list. Anybody else care to guess?
Among Us.
No.
Among Us is kind of dead.
Yeah, Mark said nobody plays that game anymore.
All right. Apex Legends
Oh, Apex.
is actually number 2 on the list, just behind Valorant. Then Minecraft was 3, it was already said. Then GTA 5, right after Minecraft. And then right after GTA 5, but before Fortnite, is League of Legends, which is another just PC game. Well, actually, I guess that's a PC or a mobile game, right? I mean, it's...
Yeah.
All right. And then the last thing I got on this is the top selling games. I talked about the top selling games of all time. The top selling new games. I got the top 10 here. And I can tell this, none of these have been discussed. Oh, wait, no, there's Minecraft. Minecraft's still in the top 10 selling new games right now. But the other 9 haven't even been mentioned. Does anybody have any guesses on what the top 10 selling games? This is as of July 2022. I guess the August numbers aren't in yet. And, of course, September isn't done yet. So this is from July 2022.
Will any of the games be Oculus titles? Or any VR titles?
No. Nope.
Okay.
You got any guesses?
I have no guesses.
Not really.
Mark?
So it's not. It can't be simply. That's limited.
I can't hear you, buddy. Sorry, what?
So it's not simply because you said we haven't talked about it yet.
Correct. It's something we haven't talked about yet. The other 9 games, aside from Minecraft, none of them have been mentioned today.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't pay attention.
All right, here, I'll just read them out. We've got a game called Multiverses.
Oh,
That's a play on word, too. It's not like multiverses like we would know in comic books or movies or whatever. It's versus, as in, Kevin versus Mike. So it's multiverses. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2 is Elden Ring. Number 3 is Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I'm actually contributed to that. I bought that as well. That's the last game. Actually, besides for my pre-order for Overwatch 2, that's the last game I bought. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's a new one for Nintendo. Karen says Mortal Kombat. I don't know which question you're answering there, Karen. Sorry. Clarify that if you'd like. Then Call of Duty Vanguard. That's number 5. What? Would you say, Mark?
I thought no one likes it.
Yeah, no, apparently not. Apparently, maybe they don't like it, but a bunch of people bought it.
Yeah.
I remember no one liked
Maybe you're
Karen, no, that's not on the top 10. So it does. This isn't whether people liked it or not. Maybe it's sold so many and people didn't like it. That's definitely possible, Mark. All right, then number 6 is MLB The Show 22. Number 7 is Mario Kart 8. Again, Nintendo. Obviously. Another
The
new
original
one.
Mario Kart 8 or the deluxe one for the Switch?
It just says Mario Kart 8.
It's the Switch version, Val.
Yeah. Okay. Switch is the only thing that Mario Kart 8 is on, isn't it? No? What'd you
It
say?
was on the Wii U.
It was on Wii U originally, but they ported it to Switch.
Okay. Then number 8 is another new game, Digimon Survive. Do you guys know that game?
Uh-huh.
What's your fate? Why are you making that face?
I've heard it's not great.
Okay, again, this is about sales, so maybe a bunch of people bought it and they're mad. I don't know about that, but
Hey, it's happened to all of us, right?
yeah, exactly. And then number 9 was Minecraft, and then number 10 is F1 Racing 2022, Formula 1 Racing.
That's
I thought
probably
that was pretty interesting.
worldwide numbers probably helped that.
Yeah, I'm sure, absolutely, yeah.
It's so popular in other parts of the world.
Yep. All right. Let's get to you guys answering your questions then. I think Guy covered answering all of them. Oh no, so this one was tough for me. Favorite game of all time. I just couldn't decide between 2. Halo or Tekken.
Ooh, Tekken's a good one.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorite games of all time. If I had a knife to my throat and I had to pick one, I'd probably say Halo. Just because I'm not a good fighter anymore. I can still shoot. I can still play a shooting game pretty well, but my fighting game years are past.
The 10-string combo isn't what it used to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I always hated those.
Yeah, everybody that gets a 10-string combo busted on them hates them. All right, Patrick, what are your answers to the questions?
Favorite of all time, right there, probably Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong, got it. Nice.
Anytime I find myself with a little bit of time, I always play it.
What version of choice? Is there a new one?
The arcade version.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Probably my most played game of all time was probably Resident Evil 4.
Really?
Yeah, because I played it on the GameCube so much, and then I got it on the Wii U and had the motion controls and everything, which made it cool. Made me want to play it all over again.
Awesome.
And Valor keeps wanting to get a Meta Quest, and I know it's on there, so that if he gets that virtual setup, I may have to rebuy Resident Evil 4 again because I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
What I'm playing right now, does Wordle count?
Hey, yes. It's only on the PC, so it counts.
I haven't played much recently. I think a couple weeks ago I busted out the Jumpman Jr. on the ColecoVision, but that's the most recent video game type game I've played.
Oh my gosh, really? That's a great game. What made you bust that one? Were you visiting somebody or something?
Nah, I was playing it here. I can't remember why. I just Valor actually had the Raspberry Pi up and running, and I went retro and fired up some Jumpman Jr. because I love it.
Yeah, I love some old randomness,
my
retro randomness, absolutely.
64.
What'd you say, Valor? Sorry, what'd you say? I talked over you.
My retro on the Raspberry Pi is the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I'm sort of like Valor. My most anticipated game, I think it's probably for our whole family because we like the first one so much, is the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Okay.
Tears of the Kingdom. So that comes out in May, I think.
Okay.
Valor, is that right? May?
Yeah.
March or May? I can't remember.
I have it here. March 12th. Next year.
Yeah, I know Tyler's looking forward to that as well. And the other thing I want to mention, just Tyler brought it back in my head again. He got a Switch to play the Marvel Team Up game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance #3, and that's a Switch exclusive. Man, I'm like, I want to play that game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance is sick, so.
I'm surprised. That game's been out probably 3 or 4 years now. I'm surprised like the exclusive window hasn't ended and they put it on other systems by now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was on mobile.
Say that again?
I thought it was on mobile.
No, I'm not aware. I still think it's exclusively on Switch. I could be wrong though. So, all right, Mike.
Yeah, the exclusive games are annoying to me because I want to play Spider-Man, but I don't have the money to own an Xbox and
A PlayStation. Yeah.
It's out on that.
So, what are your answers to the questions?
Okay, my all-time favorite, in addition to the NHL 2K games, because there was 2K1, 2K2, those were all great. Is no surprise, Sniper Elite 4. I just love it. I can play it all day, every day. But I don't. The game I played most was Tecmo Super Bowl.
Oh.
And that's because we don't have a Nintendo. But I played this when I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, and I had no roommate at the barracks, and I would just play this all weekend.
Yeah.
Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, all the time.
I actually mentioned, I was glad you were on the show last night because I had this for sale, and when I put it up for sale, you're the first person I thought of, and I mentioned you, and you were there and commented on it. That was a fun moment.
Yeah, that's such a great game.
Yeah.
The one, I don't think it's on. The one I play the most right now, if I turn the Xbox on, it's going to be Wreckfest. Because it's racing, and it's just it's Demolition Derby and racing. When I played NASCAR, some of my favorite stuff was, when you're bumping into the cars, but that game, you're not meant to bump into the cars.
I still do this.
Marcus does, but he goes the opposite direction. And I said,
he plays Demolition NASCAR?
Yeah. Just play Wreckfest because it's made for that.
Yeah.
And the game I'm most excited about, even though it came out in May, is Sniper Elite 5 because I haven't had a chance to play a lot of it.
Awesome.
I mean, I've probably logged maybe 6 hours on it, 7 hours on it. Yeah.
All right. I think that covers all of it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Karen says, nice job, Valor, Mark. Definitely. Great job, both y'all. Let's do this again at some point.
Go together.
And you know what? You'll will be just like us, where it's a little bit rough at first, but then you develop your own tendencies as to how exactly you want to talk things through and set it up, and you'll get more comfortable. Both of you did a great job, though.
Thanks, Kevin.
But it'll get more comfortable for you the more times you come. And I definitely want you to be here as much as you can. So, all right, moving right. What were you gonna say?
A year in, you'll still have microphone problems.
Yeah. 2 shows in a row. We had microphone problems on the 1 year show. All right, moving on then. Let's go to I'm scrolling. Sorry. Man, it's ready to move into some cover combat, Mike?
Yep.
Can't wait to see the results of all these. Or can I wait? Don't tell me. Here we go. All right, awesome.
All right, I'm getting my screen ready here.
Okay.
Okay, I can make it up.
So this is the results of the first round of the finals. That's what we're going to see first, right?
Correct.
All right.
Let's see. To make sure I'm all set. Yeah, there are only 4 matchups.
All right, they're up there. Yep.
Right. So, first up, Amazing Spider-Man 151 versus Batman 55. And the winner here received 71% of the votes.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That is all. Here we go. Bam!
Wow.
Amazing.
Glad to see it.
What's that, Patrick?
Glad to see this result.
I'm not.
I'm
Yeah.
torn. I love them both, but I'm torn.
And that I can announce that victory by Amazing Spider-Man eliminated Ayla's selection of that.
Yeah, she's going to be sad. Yeah.
All right, next up, Batman, Harley Quinn versus Classic X-Men #1. This one also resulted. The winner had 71%.
Wow.
Somebody cares. Classic X-Men.
What?
Dang it.
Wow.
I want that.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm smiling so far this week.
Yeah, I love that. I'm just amazed. I definitely love that one. I'm just amazed. That
was my tough one of the week. The other ones I picked the day of the show last week, but I sat on that Harley Quinn X-Men all week long trying to figure out which way I wanted to go on it. So.
Yep. All right. Next
yeah,
up,
the only one that wasn't tough for me is coming up, but all the other 3 were definitely tough. Yeah.
Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood #1 versus Wonder Woman 2. The winner here got 59% of the votes. Marcus is begging for Moon Knight to be victorious.
Yeah, me too.
Come on!
Dang it.
Oh my God.
Wonder Woman.
This is awesome.
No!
He really likes that. All right. All right.
Okay, at least Captain America, please win.
Okay. Next up, Captain America #2 versus Batman Superman World's Finest #1. The winner here received 82% of the votes. Biggest landslide of the week, which is crazy because this was one of the toughest.
Yeah, like I literally have no idea which way this is going.
Yeah. Yes! Captain America.
Dang it! I only got one.
Captain America got revenge.
I wouldn't cheer either way that goes. I just want both of those to win.
They're both cool. So there you have your 4 finals. 4 finalists.
That is awesome.
Yep. So the matchups will come shortly.
Well, your teaser was perfect.
Yeah.
What I say, never underestimate a classic, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. So you want to roll into this round 8?
Oh, we have a couple comments here. That really hurt Emily. She wanted that Batman to win. Me too, Em. Then she was upset about poor Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And then she's happy about Cap, though.
Oh,
All right, so then set up for round 2 of the finals, right?
Yes. 2 matchups. And this is the way things turned out. First matchup is Captain America 2 versus Wonder Woman 72. Yeah. These are going to be really hard.
Oh, sorry, I had to step away. Oh, man. Yeah, that's... Okay.
Basically leaves
We knew we were going to get here. Oh, man.
Amazing Spider-Man 151 versus Classic X-Men.
Yep. All right, people, get your votes in.
Can you believe these are our final 4?
Who would have thought? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's why it's so great, of course.
Yeah, and then once this is all done, I have a funny little story about one of these books in the final 4.
All right.
That's my Tuesday.
All right, so everybody can vote either on this video or on the Facebook post at Xcellar Comics. And with the, more the merrier. We could get hundreds, millions, whatever of votes on these. It'd be a lot of fun. We plan on doing Cover Combat more because it's been so fun. It's been a lot of work for Mike, but it's been fun. It's been fun though.
Yeah. Well, Emily helps me out an awful lot as well.
That's good. That's good. Awesome. All right. So I guess it's my turn. And man, I watched so much this week. But well, I'll tell you after we get into my awesome intro here. Here we go. So what I started to say is I've watched so much this week, but you all are going to be sad when you hear this that I didn't watch any random old obscure movie though. So I got none of that for you this week. Everything's new stuff. And actually, not only do I not have any old movies, I have no movies. There's so many shows to watch right now, So I'm up on the House of the Dragon, which all I have to say at this point about this is it's just not Game of Thrones, the original. It's still not bad, but I think it just draws things out maybe a little bit too much, which is also the same with the Rings of Power. I don't know. Maybe I was having an impatient weekend. I don't know exactly, but still not bad. But yeah, it just kind of draws things out. And then I watched another couple episodes of Cobra Kai. And y'all remember what I was noting last week? I said they're getting goofier, I think, the week before, but then I think I noted something either last week or the show prior that they keep getting me on with this. Do you remember what I said?
Yeah, having characters from the movies show up. Right?
Yeah. So they did it again this week. I guess maybe I should put up a spoiler. So I'm going to put up this spoiler graphic once I find it. If you want to check out or just mute us until the graphic goes away, so you don't hear anything you might not want to hear if you haven't watched up to, I think I'm up to episode 6 on Cobra Kai. So here we go. If you're listening to the podcast, just check out. Give me a couple minutes. All right. So another character that I wasn't even thinking of. This was his girlfriend from Karate Kid 3 is in this episode. And the interesting part, or not episode, in this season, and the interesting part about it, though, is they actually have his girlfriend from episode, from Karate Kid Part 3 is his wife's cousin. His wife in the show, his girl from Karate Kid 3 is her cousin. Or wait, is it? No, it's her sister. It's her sister. It's so crazy. First of all, it was like, oh man, yeah, that's her. I totally forgot about her, like I mentioned in the previous show. But I thought it was even crazier that his current wife's sister is the one he dated in Karate Kid 3. So it was fun. But I got more to say about that, and I'll take away the spoiler for this. It's just kind of general comments. But I of course mentioned that I think this season is goofier than the other seasons, but then I also wanted to say I think the show might be on its last legs. Again, it's not bad, but what I'm noticing this season is it's extremely formulaic at this point for me. Like, seriously, they keep going through the same cycle, and it's still fine. It's entertaining. It's just, if this is kind of where it's going, I've heard great things about this season too. Some people are saying this is their favorite season of all seasons. Man, it's like literally the same formula. If you've seen the previous seasons where, it's Johnny and LaRusso fighting the old bad guys from the old Cobra Kai, and they've got all these kids you can see going across the bottom of the graphic there, and they keep changing sides between who they want to be good, they want to be bad. They think Cobra Kai is good. They think Miyagi-Do karate's bad. They think, this flip-flopping is kind of what consistently just keeps happening, So, like I said, say that again, Mike.
I was afraid that was going to happen. So, kind of, the same, once you start repeating storylines, done.
Yeah. Which, like I said, still not bad, but yeah, just that's what I'm noting. So, and then, I want to talk about She-Hulk next. Patrick, what did you think of this week's episode?
I liked it better than last week, but still, it's one of the lesser episodes, I think. But at least it looks like they're going somewhere to wrap things up.
Okay.
I liked the wedding storyline. I thought it had some laughs, but I didn't like the Mr. Immortal. Although I was surprised to see that they used Mr. Immortal from the comics. But not the same Mr. Immortal, but I was surprised to see him there. But I didn't really care for that storyline. Kind of unnecessary, I think.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah. I think, again, obviously, since this is a female-centric show, I was just like, man, they just put this guy in here to hate this guy for half of the episode, But I pretty much, none of my opinion has changed with the show and this one either. I'll put a spoiler up to do a quick recap. Unless, since you enjoyed it, Pat, you wanna recap this one?
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right, putting the spoiler alert up. If you're on the podcast, check out for a couple minutes. All right, in this episode, she got a last minute invite to be a bridesmaid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from a woman she hasn't seen in forever. And she wants to go as She-Hulk because obviously She-Hulk looks all beautiful and awesome. But this person doesn't want She-Hulk to, overshadow her at her wedding. So she asks her to just be Jen. So she agrees. Then Titania finagles her way into the wedding as well. I think she's dating one of the groomsmen, right?
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah. But then, of course, She-Hulk Jen is all like suspicious about her, obviously, rightfully so. And then they abuse the heck out of her too. I didn't really. That's another reason I didn't like this too. They just abused Jen. Like that girl just invited her here just to have some extra help without charging anybody, without having to pay for it. I mean, was that what that was about? I don't know, But like you said, there was some funny moments. And then the other story that Patrick was talking about is Mr. Immortal is a client of the law office that She-Hulk works at. And that was another thing I thought was kind of odd. Like, we're here for She-Hulk. I don't even care. Why do you think they made a secondary story that had nothing to do with She-Hulk? You know what I mean? Because they had to represent Mr. Immortal because she took some time off for the wedding. So did you think that was odd, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, unless they're really going to concentrate on her assistant, paralegal, or the other attorney at the firm, but really in a show that's so brief like this, limited number of episodes, short episodes, I'm not sure why they bothered to spend the time
to just do that random extra story. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. All right, but that was it. And again, no after credit. All right. That'll do it for She-Hulk. Mike, did you check any of these out yet?
No, I was actually going to try to catch stuff on She-Hulk this morning, but I didn't have a chance. We're still on Peaky Blinders.
I like your striped mug there.
I was going to say, look at my Predator.
Oh, that's awesome.
New exclusive cover combat from Xcellar Comics. Buy it now.
Nice.
Get your limited edition Predator coffee mug.
Yeah. That's totally what it looks like. Yeah, that's a good. Did you love how I set up the when you talked about us being like the Beatles and the Rolling Stone in the recap? Wasn't that funny? That was hilarious, right? I love that recap.
Yeah.
Everybody check out last week's recap if you don't have time for the full episode. Were you able to get that on TikTok? It was too long, right, Pat?
It was not too long. I think that you can do like 12 minutes on TikTok now.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
The only issue I ran into was finding room on my phone, so I did it on my computer instead.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. You can't do everything. You can both have their pluses and minuses, and so I couldn't add extra text and things on the computer, but at least I got it on there.
Okay. Whatnot's the same way too. There's some things I can do on my phone that I can't do. Yeah, just like you said. It's odd they do that. So then, Andor came out this week. They dropped 3 episodes. Patrick, what's your status?
We watched 1 and 2 last night.
Oh, dagger. Thank you, Karen. Mike,
No, I've not watched any.
you haven't watched Andor yet? Patrick, it's kind of funny you watched 1 and 2 because that's actually what Ayla watched too. Me and Ayla sat down to watch it. She checked out after 2.
Because
No, don't say anything.
I can't say anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm just going to say I didn't like it.
I literally just said don't say anything.
What? You said I didn't like it's a spoiler?
No, don't say anything means anything. Anything. Like
Turn her
saying any
microphone
words
off.
after that is too many. What?
Turn her microphone off.
Turn her microphone. You're okay, baby. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing. Yeah, obviously you heard it from the horse's mouth. No offense. I didn't just call you a horse. It's just a saying. She didn't like episode 1 and 2. Patrick, how did you feel about episode 1 and 2?
Good. It's giving you. I say this about it. It seems, I don't know how they're filming this, if they're filming it different from the rest of the Star Wars series on Disney Plus, but it seems much broader and more lived in. It seems like an actual world, worlds that they're going to.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's slow. It's a slow boil, I guess. The first 2 episodes, there's a lot of setup.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I told Ayla after, because it was so, yeah, it is. So everybody prepare yourselves. And I think this is why they dropped 3.
Yeah.
Because they knew it was going to be like this, because they didn't want people hating it after the first episode where you're just like putting your hands up like, okay, what, and then even after episode 2, you're like, okay, that's a little bit more, but still, come on, seriously, is this what we're going to get? If they put it out one at a time, that'd be a tougher pill to swallow, because I told Ayla, and I'll tell y'all, especially since you haven't seen 3 either yet, Pat, 3's the payoff, though.
Yeah, it seems like stuff was going to start hitting the fan,
Yeah, I loved it. So, and I agree, it's slow, but like you said, it's story building, and that what I tried to convince Ayla to keep watching it by saying, just imagine you're an hour into a movie, you're not going to walk out now, when obviously it's building towards something that you want to hope is great later. And sure enough, she checked out, and I watched episode 3 by myself, and man, I just sat there like, that was awesome for like 10 minutes by myself afterwards. And I'll say this about the episode too. I would say the first half of episode 3 is still like 1 and 2, but you get to that second half of episode 3, and man, it, like you said, stuff gets happening, and it's done well. It's very obviously Rogue One-esque, and like literally the last 2 minutes, here's how good it is. I rewound the last 2 or 3 minutes 10 times to watch again. It was so good. I loved it. It's very emotional and exciting, which again, that's why I like Rogue One. So I think this is a perfect fit for Rogue One so far. I'm really interested to see obviously where it's going. That's the other thing that Ayla mentioned, what you said, Pat, about you said planets. She's like, geez, we get all these new planets.
Yeah,
What's
one episode we have 3 new planets that we've never heard of.
Yeah, and then we got a new droid. That droid is pretty funny.
Yeah,
right?
I like them.
Who's the voice actor for that droid again?
I didn't catch it.
Man, who was it? Oh,
Did you recognize it?
yeah, I definitely recognize it. Yeah, but yeah, real good stuff. Mike, get on board. I think you'll enjoy it.
Was this the first time they've dated a Star Wars show like that? Did you catch that at the beginning?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think it is actually. Yeah, as far as I can think. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I said this when we were watching it, and I'm saying it now. I still don't understand how Star Wars works.
How Star Wars years work?
I don't understand. Like,
They base it all on the Battle of Yavin.
all of it
Oh, yeah.
shows BBY before Battle of Yavin.
Yeah, exactly. And ABY. Yeah, exactly. After the Battle of Yavin.
So it's like DC and 80s with Star Wars.
Exactly. Just think of the first Death Star being destroyed as the our Savior, year of our Lord Jesus Christ, and as far as AD and BC are concerned as well.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But anyway, great stuff. Big recommend on my part so far. Can't wait for more. Do you know how many episodes this is, Pat?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Yeah, I asked Ayla to it. She didn't know. You know, it's not like we all have an internet in our pocket, you know.
I was looking up the voice actor for the droid. B2 is Dave Chapman.
What else has he done?
I don't know. I don't think he's really a voice actor. It says he's a puppeteer who's worked on Star Wars, including Rogue One, in every episode of the sequel trilogy. That's all it really says.
I'm obviously just be mistaken then. I was sure he was somebody though, but guess not. But yeah, if you could Google how many episodes it's going to be too while I wrap this
12.
up. 12? Nice.
That's quite a few.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the most. Well, except what the new Daredevil. What's that? That's gonna. They talked about that being like 24 episodes or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, awesome.
You're making a new Daredevil?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that comes out 2024, like early 2024. I think.
Yeah, it's a ways off.
What's it called? Daredevil Born Again or no?
Yeah.
It is Born Again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me time to watch the Netflix version or series.
Yeah, that's currently what Tyler's doing with Maddie. They're binging all the Daredevils and Punisher, and he watched like the last 10 minutes of Defender, and he said he got the Defenders, and he said he got the gist. So I was like, no, watch the whole. It's a good show. I like the Defenders. That one gets the most hate, I think, of all the Netflix shows, of course. So that'll do it for me, though. Did y'all? I know you're gonna say Peaky Blinders again, Mike, right?
Yeah, we're on season 3.
Did y'all watch anything else? Anyone wants to mention?
I'm just trying to catch up on purging the DVR of Superman and Lois because I'm so far behind on that. It's like the second half of the second season. I know I'm way behind, but it continues to be good. Playing on the Bizarro world.
Oh wow,
Some good stuff there, I think.
What about you, Valor? What are you watching?
Anime.
What anime are you enjoying right now?
The Day I Became a God. And
Never heard
Blue
of it.
Exorcist.
And what was the second one? Sorry.
Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist?
Yeah.
Never heard of that either. What are you watching those on?
Hulu.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Neither of those. I haven't heard of those.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
the only thing I know of is what Ford talks about. He doesn't talk about it. There's a good chance I haven't heard it.
Yeah. That's obviously, yeah. Should definitely let her know about all those. Maybe she'll enjoy them as well. All right, so that will take us to the pick 3. Mike, you ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Exactly, Valor. Look at you. You're jamming, right? And these intros are jammable. Absolutely.
right, so the profits.
Something's changed with your mic, Mike.
Still,
Yeah. No, something's changed. You're not as good as you were right before that intro.
I don't know. Same mic I used for the first year of the show.
Make sure you didn't hit the cord or something. It's definitely lower, right, Pat?
It's been inconsistent, I'd have to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Exactly.
Here, hold it like you're a superstar. Like, just hold it right here like this.
Like that.
See, that changes nothing. Your mic is not doing anything. That didn't change anything. That definitely.
Computer that I'm not using. If I get closer, is that
Yes. Yes.
for some reason?
Your mic's not working at all. The snowball has failed you as well.
I'm having
Here. So what you need to do now is just put your laptop in your lap, literally. There you go. Just do it. You need to get one of those brackets that go around your shoulders, and you can lay your laptop right here.
Let me go ahead and just redo my whole little studio here.
That already sounds better, doesn't it, Pat?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, now I'm using my computer instead of all these,
Yeah, you sound good. Yep.
these fancy, high-dollar, overpriced microphones. Okay, on with it.
All right.
So the profits segment is done, and now we move on to the pick 3.
All right.
This week we have 427 by Nick Klein, DC Horror Sergeant Rock. This is Army of the Dead #1 by Gary Frank. Batman Audio Adventures #1 by Dave Johnson. Human Target #7 by Greg Smallwood. Now there is an art germ cover variant for Human Target, but we've seen so much art germ and all of his stuff kind of looks the same. So that's why I selected the both covers. And Greg Smallwood is the actual series artist as well, so we'll get him fantastic. Next is AXE Avengers #1, another Nick Klein cover. Amazing Spider-Man #10, Beyond Amazing variant by Marcos Martin. DC Mech 3B, the Wonder Woman cover by Dan Mora. Fortnite X Marvel Zero War #5, Ron Lin variant. Deathstroke Inc. 13, Dexter Story, and Batman Fortress 5, Kamami Shirahama.
Nice. Okay.
So, I picked all 3 of these myself. I think I'll try to get snapped back into it next week. It's a little more fun for me. In the 3rd spot, I really hope this one would do better. What's that?
I was just gonna say, well, he didn't have time because he was doing his video game stuff to do the pick 3 with you this week anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I was really hoping this one would do better than it did. Looking forward to this book myself. DC Horror Sergeant Rock by Gary Frank.
Awesome.
Yep. And
Pretty
this
cool cover.
5 votes.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't vote for it though.
It just goes to show that Gary Frank can do any genre of comic, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that new Tarzan cover from IDW or Dynamite, I think. Just he can do anything. He's so good.
Yeah. Does he do the interiors? I can't remember.
I'm not sure either.
But this book is written by Bruce Campbell. So we'll see how good a writer he is.
Is this going to be like a new sub-brand, this DC Horror? Is that new?
This is the 3rd or 4th DC Horror line.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
They're
pretty
usually
cool.
mini-series. I think this is going to be 5 or 6 issues.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And next up in the...
I won't be buying them, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm good. with the variants and everything. It's right up my alley. Bruce Campbell, zombies, Sergeant Moss.
Yep. Yep, that's definitely all you. Absolutely. Yep.
And in the second position with 7 votes, and luckily I added them this week,
Oh,
Human Target, number 7 by Greg Smaller.
Wow.
It's that yellow. So striking.
Yeah, I think that yellow is what I don't like. Just too much of one color.
And finally at number 1, this one it's in there, 8 votes.
yes.
27.
Nice. Nice.
Hey,
Yeah, I
finally,
like- who'd you say the artist on this was, Mike? I'm sorry.
Nick Klein. Yeah, he's good. He's been doing the Thor stuff for a while.
Yeah. Thor's thick. I guess they're both thick in this, but
That was the one nitpick I had about this cover, even though I voted for it, was Thor's a little squatty there. I think, you know, he maybe didn't lay out his page as well as he could have.
Yeah, I remember those days where you run out of paper, so the legs get twisted.
yeah, it'd just been better if his feet weren't on the cover, just and just do it that way.
Yeah, just put some smoke or the water's a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Like that. Just deep water.
But yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
I think Tyler's excited for this one. I saw that cover probably a month ago, so I sent it to him, put it on his radar, but he'd already subscribed to everything Donnie hates. So.
Here's the $100,000 question: is Venom in this book?
Well, it's the A cover, so I'm going to guess that he is.
Yeah.
But
That would be logical.
he might be on the very last page.
Yeah.
So there you
All right.
have it.
All right, cool.
1, 2, and 3.
Very nice. Everybody can grab those this Wednesday.
Yep.
And then talk. What were we gonna say, Mike? Sorry.
I was worried. Tyler sent me a message that it's going to be difficult this week, and I was is it going to be hard because they're not very good, and it's hard to find ones you like, or it's hard to find ones that you don't like. But he liked them.
Yeah. Yeah. The only one I didn't like is that
Human Target.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the comics that we've read now. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Looks like Pat's first.
How'd that happen?
No, I actually am ready this week if you don't want to go first, Pat.
I
Okay.
can go first.
Okay.
I read Thunderbolts number 1. Oft delayed. I think this was delayed like maybe 4 or 5 months. And I'm getting to it late too, I think. Number 1 by Jim Zub and Sean Isaacs. His artwork reminds me a little bit of Mark Bagley or Bagley. How do you say that? Mark Bagley or Bagley, guys?
I say Bagley.
I say Bagley.
I always said Bagley, but I think it's actually Bagley.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's not the artist here. It's Sean Isaacs. Cover by David Nakayama, which I thought this was a really good cover.
That is a pretty sick cover. Yeah.
Basically, this sets up right after Devil's Reign, the Daredevil event book. And actually, they had a little bit of a preview of it in the Devil's Reign Omega book, where Luke Cage is now mayor of New York City. He won the election over Kingpin. And during Devil's Reign, Kingpin had a villainous team of Thunderbolts doing his bidding. And now Luke Cage wants to turn things around and give the Thunderbolts back a hero name, and he called upon Monica Rambeau, Spectrum, there on the cover with the blue jacket out front, and she turned him down. She didn't want anything to do with leading a team. And so we cut to this Thunderbolts #1 where they focus on Hawkeye, and he's sort of wanting to form a team back together. He's considering the West Coast Avengers. But Mayor Luke Cage gives him a call, says, hey, I want to get the Thunderbolts up and running. So he agrees to go meet with Luke Cage. Luke Cage has a team behind him, and they show him the new members of the team, which on the cover there you can see them: America Chavez, the new Power Man, he's the guy in the yellow back there with the goggles, Persuasion, who's the daughter of Purple Man, and a new character. I think this is a new character in the background there. You can see him up by the T in Thunderbolts by the name of Gutson Glory.
Nice.
I have no idea. He sort of reminds you of a Cable 90s character.
Okay.
But he's you don't know what he's the mystery man on the team. You don't know who or what he is. He might be an android robot, who knows.
Yeah. Okay.
And basically that's what this book is. It's sort of setting up the new team and them dealing with showing the door to the old Thunderbolts team who's still trying to hide out in New York City, I guess. So it's basically an introduction to all the new team members for Hawkeye, and also setting up little subplots behind all of them. It seems like all of them have sort of like a backstory or a reason for being there, or something's going on with them, and then you would assume that all these things are going to be addressed. I think this is only a 5-issue limited series, but it seems like they're setting up why this person's here, their motivations, and we'll see how that pans out. I sort of undecided to forget it on this book. I'll leave it at undecided for now, because I want to give it some time to play out and see how things go. But it seems like it's more, I think this one might be aimed at a younger audience. There's some humor in it that I think is a little not for me, but the artwork is decent. Like I said, he's sort of doing a Mark Bagley impression to me, but it's good. Good storytelling, decent writing, I guess, but maybe just, like I said, not aimed at me. Have to see how things played out, and so I'm going to give it that undecided for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably pass because Power Man doesn't look very powerful back there. I mean, he looks strong, but
he's weird. He's like, I know he had his own like limited series a few years back. He teamed up with the old Danny Rand Iron Fist, because there's something about he gets his power from the chi, just like Iron Fist does. That's how he gets his power, is drawing on chi from his surroundings and people around him. He's got a chain. I think that makes him strong, right? I don't know. And we cut that little character at the bottom too. They're sort of teasing him for the next issue as like the villain, but why would he be on the cover sort of with the team? So I guess he's going to join the team, whoever he is.
Oh, you don't even have a name yet?
I did. It's weird. It's like one of those old. I don't know if this is the case, but it sort of falls in line with like the the old Kirby monsters from the 50s and 60s, sort of like like Ubo the Invincible or something like that, something along those lines.
Okay.
But yeah, he looks like a little tiny. At first, I thought that there was like a little character like this that was involved in the last Amazing Spider-Man run, and I thought maybe that was him at first, but I don't think it is. But we'll have to see later on down the line.
I've never read a Thunderbolts in my life. Who was the original Thunderbolts?
They were all bad guys. Baron Zemo formed a team of villains when Avengers. I think when Heroes Reborn was going on, when there were no Avengers, he sort of formed this team of all villains. with the guise of that they were heroes, but eventually, you know, some of them enjoyed the hero life and they kind of, you know, switched sides. And then there's been other variations. Luke Cage even had his own Thunderbolts team a few years back. They always try to, you know, reboot it every once in a while and see if it sticks.
Yeah.
The biggest success definitely was that Baron Zemo led team back in the 90s. It went on for quite a few years.
All right, got it. All right, looks like I'm next. I got back to the all-new Savage Avengers. This is number 4, and I read number 5 as well. And if y'all remember, I think the last time I reviewed Savage Avengers was actually number 3. And if you all remember, I showed you the last page. Do you remember what I showed you on the last page?
Yeah, it was like the cover right here. Right?
Yeah, it says rest in peace. Or no, here lies Miles Morales. Yeah. And so first of all, let's give everybody their credit. This is by David Pepose and Carlos Magna is the artist. I'm not familiar with any of them. So, but so in this issue, if you remember, Deathlock was chasing Conan back in Conan's time, the Crimean Age or whatever, and because Deathlock is a, you know, kind of a time police kind of robot, and we find out at the end of number 3 that it's actually Miles Morales from the future. And in number 3, which I'm reviewing 4 and 5, from what I can recall, basically all that happened in number 3 was Deathlock was defeated, and hence him being dead, and Conan was taken by the one sorcerer back in his age that needs Conan to call back, or to call the Set, which is a demon he's trying to bring into this world. And in issue 4, we start to, this actually started happening in issue 3 as well, but in 4 there's a lot of Deathlock having he's remembering things as Miles Morales, and Miles Morales is remembering in the future. Doc Ock is actually in this as well. Well, in this memory of the future, I guess he's trying to destroy the universe in the future, and Miles Morales actually sacrifices himself to save the universe and dies. Hence, I guess that's how they made him Deathlock. But he is remembering all this, good guy stuff he did. He's starting to resist this whole Deathlock programming to assassinate Conan. And then Deathlock actually ends up, and this moves into issue 5 then, where Deathlock actually ends up teaming up and becoming a Savage Avenger as well, which, I think it's just kind of ironic when these kind of things are said, Pat, with you mentioning with the Thunderbolts and that creature, how you don't know how that's going to be a bad guy, but he's with the team on the cover. If you remember, I made that same kind of comment with the all-new Savage Avengers. Number 1, actually, I have a picture right here. It makes it look like here that Deathlock's with the Avengers, and I thought that was odd based on the storyline. Deathlock's basically fighting the main enemy of these new Savage Avengers through issue 1 and 2. I guess maybe this answers the question, because in issue 5, he actually ends up joining them, because the sorcerer, the kid that was able to capture Conan, actually kills Conan. This is another question I'm going to have for you, both of y'all, if you're familiar with this one thing. The sorcerer actually kills Conan and actually brings this demon into the world. Well, they kind of do this hokey thing where he's coming through the world, but the way they play out the book is, you know how they have to do it, obviously, in comics, where it's the book is playing out, but these are all like moments. Like the whole book is maybe it seems like 5 minutes in real time, but they gotta obviously show it all and explain it all. So as all the action that is happening in book 5 is happening, the demon's coming through, but it doesn't quite come through. And what ends up happening, here's my question for y'all. So Cloak and Dagger are in this all new Savage Avengers. Dagger actually brings Conan back to life. Does she have those powers? Or is this the first time ever? Because she did the way the line was read. And I told Mike last week I meant to kind of get some panel pictures like he does. I failed again on that, but basically Dagger walks up, Conan's throat is sliced and he's gushing blood, and he was just killed as part of this ritual to bring the demon in. And Dagger walks up and she goes, I guess I'm going to put my healing powers to the limit. And she like holds her hand over his neck and heals his neck, and he comes back to life. Did you ever hear of Dagger having that kind of power?
Not really. I mean,
resurrection is heavy.
She can, purge physical and, literal and metaphorical darkness out of things and beings, but I don't know about bringing people back to life.
Yeah. Well, she did in this one. Conan comes back to life, and then, like I said, Deathlock, which has now recognized himself as Miles, and made friends with all the Avengers. That's the other thing too. First 3 issues of this, they're fighting, like trying to kill each other. They actually accomplished killing him, and now this issue they're team up and they're friends. So that was a little bit, I don't know. Not enough time has gone to forgive him, but apparently they have. And then, man, so in this issue 5 as well, when they're fighting this demon, and they're fighting the demon trying to come out of the portal, and this sorcerer that brought him into this world at the same time, and they're both super tough. That's another thing that happened too. Black Knight. Did you know that the Ebony Blade is actually cursed, and he has to fight the curse all the time to use the Ebony Blade?
Yeah.
So he fails, or I don't know whether you could say fails or maybe it's intentional. He lets the curse of the Ebony Blade overtake him to become, man, I can't remember his name right now. But he actually becomes a different, like, evil knight. He's like possessed. And it makes him more powerful. So that's why I can't remember whether it was an intentional or he just failed to resist. But Black Knight becomes this demon-possessed knight. Weapon H becomes, how I mentioned, I think it was issue 2, where he sprouted wings. Well, Deathlock came up and gave him a super heavy dose of gamma radiation. So he not only sprouted wings again, but he got horns and like eagle feet, like became this humongous, ridiculous, 3 times as powerful character as well. And then lastly, Anti-Venom, he kisses Dagger, and when he does that, he literally turns into a white flying dragon and starts breathing fire on this team. I know, this is the craziest book. I wish I was more familiar with the backstory of these to see exactly where all this is coming from, but
I think Conan's actually dead and this is all a dream, or something.
Well, this is what I'll say to finish this, the way this finished, okay? I was actually worried as I was reading this that this was going to be like the Star Wars Halcyon Legacy or whatever. It was going to be over at issue 5, because I actually am enjoying it a lot. So, but this is just a story arc ended, and in this issue, and they actually start. I think the last 2 pages show they have to. So this portal that the demon's coming through, they pull the demon out or push the demon into a different safe area. Is basically how they beat it. And then they also jump through it to go somewhere as well. Everybody except Conan, because Conan actually has to, because his blood is the key to all of this happening in this age. So he actually has to stay the Crimean Age to let everybody else go into the future back where they belong. So it actually has like a page, maybe 2 pages, where it talks about Conan living his life from then on. So it completely removes Conan from the Marvel Universe as of this issue. He's stuck back where he belongs, and it talks about him living a happy life and becoming king and having a kid and being married, everything. So I guess that. What'd you say, Mike?
There's a reason for that. Marvel lost the license for Conan.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so Titan Comics will start publishing Conan next year in 2023.
All right, that's awesome. I think you actually did mention that to me once before, actually.
Yeah,
so.
I knew it was coming up. I couldn't remember who acquired the license. I had to look it up, and it's Titan.
Titan, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I own any Titan. Well, I might own some Titan books, but I don't know if I've ever bought a Titan book.
It seems like they at least gave Marvel a little leeway to wrap up the storyline, because I think that happened it's been a few months that they lost the license, I believe.
Yeah, it was in June. Yeah, and it was a good idea to let them do that instead of just having to pull them out cold turkey and then left all these storylines hanging.
I just hate when they do this, because now that, what does that mean? Like it's happened in the past where like you get reprints where they can't use certain characters, certain issues drop out of collections because of licensed characters. That's why I hate when this is a temporary thing,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's strange. I mean, Marvel was using Conan quite a bit. I mean, you had to do the 25 issues of Conan the Barbarian, had a couple of miniseries.
And then King Conan, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then used them in both runs of Savage Avengers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how Conan's back in his time, and like I said, the last 2 pages gets them. They come out of the portal, and then I was happy when I saw this that it wasn't ending with this 5 issue. It's continuing, and when they go through the portal, and they come out and they're like, "Oh my God, where are we at now?" And of course, it's everybody minus Conan. Deathlock's with the team, and there's a character standing there with a gun pointed at him. It's like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Anybody want to guess who that character is?
Punisher.
Yeah. How'd you guys know?
Gun.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah, Punisher 2099. They are in 2099.
Okay. Little clip.
So I'm going to keep grabbing this. I'm going to give this first story arc definitely a big get it. I would say it's a must-have if you have affection for any or all these characters altogether. But even if you don't care for some of them, it's still, again, it was a great story. Good art was good. I was really noticing in a couple rules. Again, I should take pictures of this when this kind of thing happens. Really, some small picks in here. They're really well done for how small they are too, and it's like they really cared even for the smaller ones, as far as the artist is concerned. But the way it was written was a lot of fun for me. It's easy read, and I'm gonna keep grabbing it. So yeah, definitely get all new Savage Avengers number 4. We'll get 1 through 5. That's the first story arc. So
the cool cover.
Yeah, it's a great cover too.
Oh.
There's a bunch of covers for these.
Yeah, all the covers have been really good by Francis Yu. So
Yeah.
That looks like Colossus if you just look at him real quickly instead of.
Oh yeah, instead of Deathlock, yeah.
It's the yellow. The yellow stands out.
It was interesting too. Weapon H actually had to use some of his. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but basically he was drained of his power or energy for a minute. And does anybody know what Weapon H looks like when he's kind of in a human form? What's the big green head guy from the Hulk?
The leader.
Yeah, the leader. Yeah, he looked like the leader. Which I again, not knowing the backstory of these characters, does that mean anything to y'all?
No, I didn't read the Weapon H stuff.
Yeah, imagine a leader head with a maskless Wolverine face with claws. That's what, and he's got all those, Frankenstein, nuts on him or whatever. He looked very odd. I actually thought the first time I saw it, I was like, well, there's the first garbage picture of this thing. I thought it was like just they didn't take great care in caring about it. But then I turned the page and sure enough, he looks that way. They intend him to look that way. I'm like, okay.
The art isn't that bad. He just
yeah, right. All right, Mike. Or unless Valor, you got a comic?
Not a picture of it.
What'd you read?
The Marvel X Fortnite 4 and 3.
Oh yeah, okay. What do you think?
They're pretty good.
All right, so explain to me how these things work. So these are just, does Fortnite actually have characters, or is it just like every time I'm confused, every time I see Fortnite action figures and skins and stuff, I'm like, are these just skins or are these actual characters in the story? So
yeah, there's actual characters in the story.
Right. So who's the main Fortnite character then?
The main Fortnite character is the Origin, or the main leader of the Seven,
Okay.
like the Paradigm and stuff.
Oh, see, now that makes more sense to me too. I think Mark mentioned the Seven when he was talking about, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Rock is actually the face of the leader of the Seven.
So this is Marvel X Fortnite, you said?
Yeah.
And are there Marvel characters actually fighting Fortnite characters, or is it a mix?
Yeah, there are a lot of Marvel skins and DC skins in Fortnite.
So this is why then you get the Marvel skins in Fortnite, and you can pretend to be Spider-Man kicking the Origins butt, just like the comic. Okay.
And they did the DC comics, and you would get 2 skins per series of the comics.
What's that?
You would get 2 skins because they have codes in them.
Yeah. I remember Mike was getting all those. Yeah.
And there would be a skin at the end where if you got all of the comics and you have all of the codes, you would get the extra skin.
Do you know about that, Mike?
Yeah, Mark got all of those, and then we're working on the Marvel ones. Val, do you know if there's going to be a cool skin at the end, like DC did?
It's supposed to be Iron Man.
Oh, that is. I mean, I'm getting them as well, so maybe I'll just cash my codes in because they have expiration dates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would definitely just do it, even if you're not playing. Because man, that's one thing with me. I think we talked about this with when digital codes when they first came out. Remember how forever we were still getting the DVDs that had digital codes. Then finally, I woke up to wanting digital codes, and I'm like, oh man, I need to go check all my old DVDs, and I had 30 DVDs with digital codes that were expired. I was like, God dang it, why didn't I just use those when I could?
You should still try them, Kevin, because sometimes they still do work.
Yeah, I totally did. And you are right. There was a couple that, even though they said they were expired, they still worked. But yeah, majority of them didn't though, because they were really expired, 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, DC you had to peel away a sticker to reveal the code.
Yeah.
Marvel, it's just printed in there, which is nice. You don't have to peel anything off. But they're all bagged, so
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know that. That's good to hear. So thanks for that input. So are the books good in general? You're enjoying the read? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it? Forget it?
Get it.
Get it. Okay. Must have or just get it?
Must have.
Okay. Well, let's say if you're a Fortnite player, there must have, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But if you're not a Fortnite player, just still get it, right?
If you like Marvel in general, it's good.
Okay.
But it wouldn't make sense if you don't play Fortnite.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. All right, Mike, what do you got?
yeah, I tried reading the first issue and I was a little bit lost on it. Like, you know what, I don't play Fortnite, so I'm just not.
Yeah, you probably got to be a Fortnite fanboy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I read Creepshow,
All right, nice.
which I went and dug out my Creepshow from like 1982. I remember carrying this in my backpack to school for practically the entire school year. I loved it. I
was just getting ready to ask if it was banged up. I guess it must be then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Creases, the spines. Worn
It's
away.
loved. It's
Yeah.
a very loved book. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you open it, it opens real easy. But I love it. That was my first exposure to Bernie Wrightson as well. So, Creepshow, I think it's going to be a 5 or 6 issue miniseries.
I have a question first.
Go ahead.
Did you choose this cover, or couldn't you find that other one that was on the top 10 last week?
I did not choose this cover. I have my copies coming in the mail, but I wanted something to review this week, and I'm like, I'll just go buy that. You know, it was the last copy on the shelf.
Oh, really?
That's the B cover.
I mean, that's still cool too, but this would be a really cool shot with the original Creepshow if it had that other cover. Yeah.
Yeah, with the red top and everything.
Yeah.
So I have that one coming.
Okay.
But so it's written by the first story. There are 2 stories in here. The first one's written by Chris Burnham, and he also does the art. And it's called Take One is the name of it. So it's got that classic art. It is just an honest with the Creepshow.
Marty McFly's in this?
He is. I didn't even realize.
I dressed up for Halloween.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a Back-
Good job,
just a
Patrick.
Back to the Future fan. Yeah, okay.
There's a hot dog, a mummy, and Marty McFly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so this is Halloween night, and these kids go up to this creepy old man's house, and he has a big basket of candy out, and the sign says "Take one," and you can see, I mean, that Marty McFly, you know, that's a bad kid.
He does look ornery. Yep.
Yeah, same with the hot dog. Those are bad kids. I don't know why the mummy's hanging out with them.
Yeah, the mummy's like, what am I doing here, right?
How to get mixed up with these guys? So they take all of the candy, and they walk away, and then of course they pay for it in the end.
Okay.
You'll have to read the book to find out if all 3 of them had to pay for it, or if just the 2 evil-looking ones did.
Yeah, that's one story I like to tell, and it's kind of in this vein. That's why I'm interrupting again. Sorry. We when we go trick or treating, we'll just leave the bowl out that says the Take One, of course.
Yeah.
Man, it was like Ayla probably was like 8 years old this one year. We came back and they all were gone, and they even busted our bowl too. It was a really nice Halloween bowl.
Yeah.
Ayla cried. I felt so bad. She cried and cried. She was just dumbfounded as to why people would be so bad. She didn't understand, and it was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know exactly what happened at the end of this story in this one, but maybe those kids got their karma too for making my baby cry. But anyway,
Yeah. Well, this book isn't for kids, though.
Okay.
And the next story, written by Paul Dini, which I was excited about that. I love Paul Dini. And co-written by Stephen Langford. and John McCrea does the artwork. And this one's called Shingo, and that is Shingo right there. That party host.
I thought the F.R.F. was in this one. We talked about the F.R.F. I thought that was him. Looks kind of
What?
similar.
The F.R.F.?
The F.R.F., the Nerf mascot.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, what's his name? Shingo, you said? Shingo?
Shingo.
Gotcha.
So this takes place at a birthday party for a little girl, and her mother and father, who are divorced, are trying to put a birthday party together for her. And the initial party host that the mother had hired became unavailable for whatever reason. She couldn't get anybody last minute. So bang, she finds Shingo. So Shingo shows up, and he is the host of, or kind of the entertainment at this little girl's party. And as you can see, he's very creepy but funny looking.
Yeah.
And they're enjoying it. And then, this is a creep show book, so it's not just some guy in a costume.
This is an actual monster. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual monster. And he's really hungry. So,
Okay.
Not for cake.
Yep. So this is a get it if you like those guys. If you like the creep show, Tales from the Crypt type of stories, it's perfect. Well done. Short, great twist to them, great artwork. I loved it. And a really cool thing at the end of this letter from Greg Nicotero, who was one of the writers and directors on The Walking Dead. He also worked on the original Creep Show with Stephen King and George Romero. I think he probably worked on the second one too, and he works on the current show. So there was a letter in there from him, and he talks about comics and stuff like that. And he mentioned Ides in Pittsburgh. He mentioned like 3 stores. One of them was Ides, and then another was a Chicago store, another was a Texas store. But I thought
That's cool. Yeah.
Ides was in there.
Nice.
And for those out there, Ides in Pittsburgh is a store that we all love to go to. And
yeah. And we'll be going to here in a couple weeks.
Yep. So that is a get it. That creep show. Get it. If you're
all right.
You're older.
Obviously not a horror fan, but I will probably pick this one up, especially if I can find that A cover.
Yeah.
Because
It's not even a B cover, because I have an A cover coming.
Yeah, I have a lot of affection for old Creep Show, that's for sure. So,
yeah.
All right, not too bad. So we got 3 get it's, bordering on must-haves if they're your thing, and an undecided. That's a pretty good batch.
Yep.
All right, Pat, you were on deck. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Seriously, we are going to do it here. There we go. All right.
Yeah, we'll stay with that sort of creepy vibe, and we'll talk about an update for the Hasbro HasLab project. Midweek, they announced, indeed, Mephisto is coming if they reach 12,000 backers. And they're sort of putting it out there that this is probably the only way you're going to get a Mephisto, because they're not going to put them out in a regular retail assortment out to your Walmarts and Targets because of who the character is. So this is one way for them to do that. Although I would say they could make him a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and do him that way if need be. But they're sort of dangling the carrot. Here's your first stretch goal. We get to 12,000 backers. You'll get Mephisto along with Ghost Rider and his Hell Charger. The bad news.
That's pretty awesome, though.
He looks. I can't verify this. You can't really tell by looking at him, but there's speculation that he could be like sort of an oversized figure.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess he's been depicted, numerous ways in the comics. Sometimes he's a little more imposing. So
yeah.
The bad news was, they had also put out there that there's an early bird. If you backed by Friday, if it was fully funded by Friday, you would get the human Robbie Reyes figure. They did not meet that goal. So you will not be getting that Robbie Reyes figure.
Oh, dagger.
At the time on Friday, they were over 6,000. They were over halfway there to meeting their goal of 12,000. When they didn't meet this goal on Friday for the early bird, some people canceled their orders. So they currently are actually below 6,000. They lost people when they knew this early bird figure wasn't going to be included.
Wow.
That kind of was had the opposite effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I still think this will fund, but it sort of stinks if you were wanting all the figures, and it lessens the value. Let's say that if you're expecting 4 or 5 figures to be in this group, I don't know.
Yeah,
a lot of people were getting on them about the price, but I've also seen people say, compared to the G.I. Joe Hiss Tank, which was $300, it was, it's $50 less, but in that case, Hasbro owns G.I. Joe. They're not paying that fee to Disney on top of everything. So you're kind of getting a little bit of break there for, putting out toys that you actually own. So
yeah,
they're sort of on equal grounds, and people are saying that's the reason, but who knows? I like I said, I still think it's going to fund, but kind of a bummer if you wanted this figure.
Yep.
We'll see how things go. I'll thank Tyler for this. Well, you may thank Tyler, you may not, because I have the same complaints he does. This is an Amazon exclusive 3-pack of Din, Ahsoka, and Grogu. Figures we've had multiple times now in the Black Series line. This is like I said, an Amazon exclusive, $67. So I'm not sure where they're getting that from either. They're slight tweaks on figures they've released before.
Counting Grogu as a full character or full figure, I guess.
Yeah, even so, it's still
a little bit high for that.
Yeah. I don't believe the spear was included in previous versions of the Mandalorian. Some action shots. But yeah, $67 for basically 2 figures and accessory. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
And as you can see, all cardboard packaging. Not cardboard packaging. Target had their Fall Geek Out, and this week Hasbro was spotlighted, and they announced some exclusive Andor figures. This is an Imperial Officer Ferrix. I don't know if he's been shown yet or not. And a Shore Trooper.
Yeah, I saw that Ferrix in the store when I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so they might have been well prepared and got stuff out on time.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see the Shore Trooper though. If I saw that, I'd grab that. Not only for myself, but that's Ty's favorite trooper.
Okay, I do like them too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're sort of, you notice they're saying they're sort of labeling this as Ferrix, which I assume is the character's name, but I think he works as just like a basic Imperial officer. Also, if you wanted to,
do that,
build those figures, I think that's why they probably did that. Something that I bumped from last week's show is this Super 7 Nosferatu Ultimate figure.
Oh yeah, I actually added that to the website because I did the website work pretty fast last week, so I hadn't done the recap yet, and I was doubting my memory. I'm like, did I forget he mentioned Nosferatu? So I've just put it on there anyway. But okay, I'm glad I wasn't losing
Yeah,
it. Okay,
that's
so,
good. People that have followed the website got an early sneak peek.
Yeah.
He's a 7-inch figure. He's $55, Super 7 pricing. Alternate heads, alternate hands, accessories. Some really nice glamour shots here.
That is cool, man. That is just man, that's great.
I like that one.
Go back to the last one again.
Whoop, sorry.
That looks like the movie for real, right? I mean, that's high quality, right?
Yeah, I think they're pretty well done.
I never noticed. Is that hair?
He's got little tufts of hair back there.
Never noticed it before.
I can relate. I have better teeth though.
Hey, that's my hairstyle.
Yeah. So I think these will probably eventually pop up at Target, because they carry Super 7 product. But you can order them online also.
Is there a door in the package too?
I don't. I think he comes with what's here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I think what Super 7 sometimes does is they do like accessory packs on down the line, and maybe there might be a background to it, but I'm not certain.
Very cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight these really quick. I know this is sports, but Hasbro's bringing back starting lineup, and I think they're very well done. They're putting a lot of effort into this, I think. But the price shows it, $50 a piece.
Oh my gosh, jeez, yeah.
These are in the vein of Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black. They're 6-inch figures. I think the problem here is you're paying the NBA, you're paying the players, you're paying the shoe companies because they're very detailed. I think you'll see that coming up here. I didn't show everybody here. Just some, random shots. They're going to be getting all cardboard packaging. You can see they come with a stand that you can do like an action shot and various hands and a basketball. They come with a trading card.
That is, I still don't know about $50, but that's actually nice. Yeah.
But I think that's all licensing because the guys are actually wearing like Nike shoes and whatever shoes they normally wear. So I think there's multiple layers of licensing they're having to deal with these basketball players. But
isn't that the same case back in the day with the other starting lineup? When did the starting lineup?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's obviously more to it. Players are paid more, and licensing deals are more lucrative now. But but the detail, I'm not sure if the detail was enough to show back in the day. I think I would not be surprised. I don't know. I'm not a shoe head or whatever they call themselves, but I would not be surprised if these are actual shoes. You can go out and buy like special to them. The athlete. So I think it's still $50. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, from what I think, the old starting lineups, they were just white shoes. There was no Nike emblem and stuff like that.
Okay.
Generic look to it.
But it's interesting. I know McFarlane for years had a lot of the sports league licenses tied up, so I don't know where they stand on that. I'm assuming because they're Hasbro here that he does no longer have at least the NBA. It would be interesting to see because I am a fan of how Hasbro does things. I mean, they do quality work, so I'd be interested to see other sports eventually maybe filter into the starting lineup, but I don't know if they have plans for that or not.
It's cool though. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm gonna pony up. Well, is basketball the only thing they're doing? Do you know if they're doing
that's what I say. I'm not sure if they have plans for the other sports leagues or not. So
that's what you're saying.
Because of basically we grew up in this area without a professional basketball team, so it's not really that big a deal for us, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but it would be interesting to see if they do other sports. And lastly was the I don't know if too many people had known about this from but Target in the Fall Geek Out announced another product from Hasbro, which is based on the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Again, these are that 6-inch Marvel Legends Black Series scale. This is an exclusive 2-pack, Dungeon Master and Avenger, which is $50. I don't know. You're getting an oversized figure, and you're also getting a little tag-along figure. Were you guys fans of this cartoon when you were growing up?
It's probably my second favorite cartoon when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
I love this. I loved it so much.
I never saw an episode, but I think my younger brother may have been into this, and he actually had some of the the old vintage Dungeons and Dragons figures for the
yeah. Man, I'm all over this. I'm gonna have this is mine. I'm gonna get one. Hopefully they have all of the characters.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we have a few more here. We have Hank.
Oh, nice. Okay, awesome.
And you can see they're coming with accessories, including a official D&D die. I think they all come with a different one.
That's cool. Mistaken. A different number of sides, basically.
Yes,
so you can have a set if you get them. Oh, that's awesome. That's genius.
Yeah, good marketing, right?
Yes.
So Hank, Diana.
I just have to say this about Hank. Special shout out for Hank. When I was a kid, and this is when I lived in West Sunbury, which is kind of more of a out in the country area of where we're all from up in PA, and I had tall growing grass for about a half an acre in my backyard. So I would literally just run the mower to make like a maze in the grass for us to play Dungeons and Dragons in, meaning Dungeons and Dragons, this cartoon. And I was always Hank. I always had a stick that I would just pull back, envisioning the arrow appearing there. And, that's awesome. This is mine. Okay. Who we got next?
Diana.
Diana's awesome. Yep.
And Bobby and Uni.
Oh man, they got them all. Oh, nice. What's this going to cost me? $125? Daggum.
Yeah. So the regular figures are $25, which is sort of the Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe, all that. That's sort of what they're hovering around these days. The only more expensive was the 2-pack with Avenger and the Dungeon Master, because the Dungeon Master's oversized and
yeah.
And here,
did you say when these are coming out?
I do not know,
but I can pre-order them now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In the Dungeon Master and Avenger are Target exclusive. You can also get them on Hasbro Pulse, and I think everybody else should be available at other retail stores. But again, you can order those online currently from Target.
All right. As soon as we're done with the show, I'm grabbing them. I'm not lying. I swear.
Hopefully, I think I took the screenshots on Friday, so hopefully they're not sold out.
Okay.
You'll buy them now, and then you'll sell them on Whatnot in 4 years.
No, this will. I didn't sell any Boba Fett, Jango Fett, of my action figures or bounty hunters in general. This would definitely be ones that, regardless of how I ever feel about them later, it's all about nostalgia. Yeah. What's sentimental for you?
Yeah. A little bit on the downside here is they do come in the all cardboard packaging. So
yeah,
you roll the dice, but yeah,
roll the dice.
I didn't even try that.
You can roll. And it's D&D. It's like, roll the wrong number and your figure is jacked.
Hopefully he's at least in the box. That's all I can say.
Yeah, hopefully it just exists.
Roll for intuition to see if there's an actual figure in there.
Okay, here's what my promise is going to be. Not that you all care, but I just like to make promises. I'm getting all these, and these are getting opened and set up, and I'll take a picture of it once I have them all and I have them set up. These are displayables.
Good deal.
As far as I'm concerned. The whole team.
Well, I'm glad I spotlighted them, because I did not know you were a big Dungeons and Dragons cartoon fan from back in the day.
Man, I miss it. I want a New version of it.
Not
Oh wait, no, there's one girl missing, the cloak girl. What's her name? I can't remember her name. The one that put the cloak on and then she
Yeah,
went
I don't
off.
know. Obviously, there's room for creatures and everything in this line if they wanted to do it. I would assume, but
Yeah. Anyway, awesome.
yeah, that's it for the Horizon this week.
While you were doing that, let me throw this up here real quick. I looked
Okay.
it up, and so that's from 1989, and as you can see, yeah, they're just blank shoes.
Yeah, plain white shoes. Yep.
That Jordan Isaiah Thomas. That's like $1,000 to $1,500 action figure set now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say when we obviously we're talking about shoes, man. I've watched a few shoe shows on Whatnot. Have you ever watched a shoe show on Whatnot? I mentioned it to Mike. Mike was apparently aware. I don't know whether you are or not, Pat, but man, like they would literally just put these shoes up for like $1, and they would get every single set they'd put up get bid up to thousands for a pair of sneakers.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works. There's a lot of those shoes are exclusives, limited. It's not stuff that we can go up to the mall and buy.
Yeah.
Like, man, you really got to be in that world to know.
Right. Yep.
When that stuff comes out, and they're dropping like $300, $400, $500 for those shoes when they're new.
Yep.
So, yeah, they better be in there.
It's always crazy to me, and I'm sure if I knew the values of these shoes, I would probably feel for the host when they get like this. But literally, sometimes the shoes will go for like $1,500, and they'll be mad. I'm like, seriously, dude, what'd you pay for those?
$1,600.
Yeah, apparently, maybe. Yeah. I just envision if you're a dealer like that, like you said, Mike, you're doing what it takes to get those when they first come out, which still would be a few hundred. But I couldn't believe that $1,500 he didn't make some money on that, But I could be wrong. All right, man, that was a good one. They're all great though. I'm our biggest fan. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to make an intro for this as well. Yeah, how's the wheel going there, Mike?
I forgot about it until right now.
Are you want to work on that real quick while Valor entertains us? Go, Valor.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So seriously though, yeah, Pat. Dungeons and Dragons, and I think that was the same time I was watching. My Saturdays were Dungeons and Dragons and Amazing Spider-Man were my big. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends were my big. Super exciting. Everybody talks about in your childhood. You're just waiting for Saturday morning because Cartoon Network didn't exist. And we had to get our cartoons then, and and it's funny too when I try to think back of all the ones I was into on Saturday morning, because especially with as much as we've talked about all this stuff, I've never mentioned, like you said, you didn't know I was into that.
Right.
But it should, now that you've mentioned, it's like, oh yeah, man, all these memories come flooding back. So I'm sure there's probably some other Saturday morning cartoons that I'm forgetting that I loved so much. But if I heard them, it'd all come flooding back. But seriously, I was Hank every time we would run around in that maze. It was so fun. But you definitely should check it out. And you know what else I need to do too is I need to buy. Well, I don't even know if there's a way to watch it right now somewhere. You think it'd be on somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that, and then if I can't watch it somewhere, then buy it. But I'm serious. I'm excited to set that up. Christmas is coming. Anybody watching with the last name Raymond, especially, I'm looking it up right now. It is not on anywhere. Oh, well. I have to try to buy it somewhere. But anyway. Are we ready, Mike? I'll take that as a no. You ready?
Almost.
Okay. So, Valor, are you up on She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Last week, was I accurate when you I think you commented, yeah, that wasn't that great at all or something?
It wasn't. Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to with She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're agreeing with me on this one a little bit more than your dad right now?
Yep.
But I'm not trying to throw shade on that, because I think the best part about what you say about She-Hulk, Pat, is that it's following the comics, and you like the comics too. Mike doesn't like the new comics, but She-Hulk is getting some love and some criticism for sure. Now, I didn't even mention too, whenever I was talking about video games, I've got these graphics. I'm going to put these up real quick. There's another one I'm excited for. This is new.
Ooh, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, season 7. You can name the ship. I can't think of all the additions they made this season for Sea of Thieves, but I know you can name the ship. Which I talked last time we played. I talked about how I wanted to do that so bad. Anyway, season 7 just started. I think first week of August.
Is that PC only?
What's that?
Is that PC only, or is that on other consoles?
No, it's on Xbox. Yeah,
Oh.
it's actually. I don't know if it's on Nintendo. It's actually free on Xbox if you have the Game Pass. Yeah.
All right, we're ready.
And then I put this. I didn't put this up, which I'm going to put this up too real quick. Boom! There it is. Overwatch 2. Already bought it. I'm excited.
The game's too fast for me.
I'm telling you, if you try it, it's not. They have characters you don't have to be fast.
Are there sniper characters where you're a sniper?
Yeah. Yes, there's a sniper. Literally.
Is there an over 50 server?
Yeah, it's called being in bronze. That's
Okay.
Everybody in the low metal arenas, I'm sure, are us. But anyway, yeah, Widowmaker. She's the sniper. She's always just chilling out there. You can't even see her. She's got a great sniper rifle, and basically her ultimate ability, which, as you make kills and as time goes on, your ultimate builds up. Her ultimate ability makes everybody appear, no matter where they are on the enemy team. Like, even if they're they'll be highlighted. So anyway, but yeah. Widowmaker, Mike. I know you're gonna get on that now that you know. Okay.
Yeah. What's funny is, Mark, in Call of Duty, if you're camping, they talk about it as if it's a bad thing. Like, dude, if you have a sniper rifle, you're supposed to camp. That's what snipers do. They camp.
Yeah, right.
That's the way I play. I like to camp.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those kids.
All right, so we got the segment wheel ready. I mean, not segment wheel. Sorry, fun fan freebie wheel.
Yeah, let me write that down. I couldn't remember exactly what we were calling it because I had to title the wheel.
Fun fan freebie wheel. Yep.
Okay. I'll add that later. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 names on here.
All right, awesome. Let's spin it up.
Here goes.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. I said awesome. Let's do it, and then I said hold on. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make you big. There you go.
Here we go.
Nugget Sonar.
Nugget Sonar.
Congratulations. Our first Fun Fan freebie wheel winner is Nugget Sonar. Not sure if you're here, Nugget, but either way, because I got some stuff that I need to send you from the Whatnot show here in the next couple days. So we're going to add another thing here for you. I talked to a few guys. I know one viewer's name, Big Body. I think he told me he was a comic guy as well. I don't know if Nugget Sonar is, but either way, Nugget Sonar, I am going to send you, along with the video games you purchased a copy of All New Savage Avengers #1. I was liking this so much, so this is gonna be our first Fun Fan Freebie wheel giveaway, and basically this is what I plan on doing. I'm going to pick a book that we review. I think we did something similar like that with the second Fun Fan Freebie phrase giveaway. So that's what I figured would be good for the Fun Fan Freebie wheel. Pick one of the books we review, and if everybody wants to get the #1s first, of course. So if we're not too far out with what we review to where the #1 isn't expensive, I'll always try. So obviously Creepshow's #1, that would be good. Your Thunderbolts is #1, that'd be good. But like, say we just reviewed an amazing. Well, I guess that the latest amazing run is only on 9 or whatever, right? So yeah, that would be good. But I'm trying to think of one that could be aged. If we've got something that's in 300s, you ain't getting a #1. But I'll do my best on that. But we'll be giving away at least one book every week from now on. Maybe that might change too. Our viewers grow, the prizes grow. So, but as of right now, we'll start doing it every week. End of the show, Fun Fan Freebie wheel with at least one comic. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yep, I like it.
All right. Let's get into our final segment here. All right, Mike, you're first.
I am first. Okay. Pong was not the first video game ever. And
Nice.
I've already forgotten what it actually was.
Patrick got it right. You forgot for real.
Table tennis.
Nice. Good job, Valor. Always stick around for the final episode. Don't bail before the payoff happens of any new show, especially Andor. But anyway. Pat?
I have sort of a question, I guess. It
Okay.
ties into a recap, but I was just curious. I know you have a primary job besides Xcellar Comics. Do you still offer maze cutting as one of your services?
Maze cutting?
Yeah.
In the backfield.
Oh, maze. I was thinking MAYS. Okay, yeah, maze cutting. No. We don't actually cut grass at all, just to clear that up, too. We're fertilizer weed control people.
But yeah, I know. But I just thought maybe because it was so near and dear to your heart,
No.
that you would still do it. If they kick you a couple bucks here, you might do it still. I don't know.
If I guarantee if I would be able to afford a couple acres like back in Pennsylvania down here, and I could have some I would totally do it here for my own kids, which are almost all of them grown. But for grandkids, I'd probably take my wife out there walking around. Although it is kind of funny, I revisited everywhere I lived in my life when I turned 40, and of course I visited that yard. I mean that house, and we went in the backyard, and there was two things happening in the backyard. One, I built a tree house, and it was just barely still there. There was like 3 boards of it left. The rest of it had totally deteriorated away. And then the second thing was the maize grass and stuff. And it's so funny. The grass was, I actually talked to the people that lived there too. The grass was about as high as it gets, and it only like came up to here. Because when I was a kid, so it was above me when I was doing this, but now it's like, and the height of the grass hasn't changed, just my height has changed. But anyway, totally hijacked you there. I totally ruined your. All right, Val, you want to take a shot at saying the recap I can ruin?
Sure. Sometimes video games are cooler than they seem.
I agree with that. Mike?
Hold on. Oh, Bauer took mine. That was a good one. Classics Conquered cover combat.
Yeah, this is a great week for real. Yeah. She-Hulk is not getting any better.
Microphones are also not getting any better.
Nice. Valor?
Xcellar Comics is really awesome.
Nice. That's a great one. I love that.
That should be a recap for every week.
Yeah. It will be from now on. Mike?
Halloween pranksters are bad. And I'm sorry that Ayla cried.
Yeah. It's fun to be bombarded with video game shows and knowledge.
Yeah.
Is that it for you, Pat?
Licensing fees are out of control.
Nice. That's a good one. Valor?
Now I'm done.
To add on to his, basketball figures are really expensive in general.
Yeah. Mike?
I would only get a Shaq figure if they did that. I like to but I don't want one while he played. I want like a Shaq now.
Shaq now figure.
That's all I got.
An icy hot Shaq figure or a general.
Yeah. Is he going to be a general team or an icy hot team? Nice. Right?
Or a Papa John's.
Or Papa. Yeah, he's all over the place.
Papa John's.
All right, I'll close it up with one final thought for the recap. Dungeons and Dragons figures are awesome. But since they don't have a plastic window you can see if they're in there, you're rolling the dice. Quote my friend.
True.
All right. Okay, that was fun. Here we go. Some reminders. Please like this video. Subscribe to Xcellar Comics on YouTube. And comment below anything you have to say, chiming in, whether it's after the fact or during the live stream. We always like seeing it. So please do that. Also, subscribe to Comics and Collectibles in the Crawl Space on Anchor by Spotify or many other podcast providers. And you can listen to an edited podcast of this live stream that will have additional content on Spotify that will be posted by Tuesday. I just want everybody to know, too, I added another additional content to last week. I was literally just giving away $15 to celebrate the 1-year anniversary. The special content, part of the special content I put in there was giving away $15 mystery lot boxes for some trivia and poll participation. So the additional content will have fun stuff like that. Not only maybe an extra giveaway like this past week that was kind of a special week, so that's why I did that. But also maybe hints as to something you may want to stay tuned for that may help you with a giveaway in the future on the show or anything like that. But it'll definitely be fun regardless. And then on that note, please answer the poll and trivia question on our podcast through the Spotify app. And follow Xcellar Comics on Facebook, Instagram, and or Twitter. And follow Xcellar_Comics on Whatnot and TikTok. And then watch all of our separated segments of this show that'll be posted throughout the week on YouTube, as well as our shows on Whatnot, on the Whatnot app at Xcellar_Comics on Fridays at 10 p.m. And I've actually got on there Saturday at 8 p.m., but they are subject to change. I'm going later and later. This Saturday will definitely be midnight because I've got a concert to go to. But I'm thinking I'll probably just change Saturdays to 10 as well. We'll see how it goes, but I'll definitely keep people posted throughout the week. This week's shows, Friday is Avenger Comics focused, and Saturday's another video game show, which is a great time. Definitely check those out. Check out what we have to offer on eBay at Xcellar_comics and XcellarComics.com. And then lastly, watch the next live stream of this show on Sunday, 1 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time. All right, Mike, did you tell us next week you're not going to be here?
Correct.
You're going to be buying a microphone in your off week?
I just, does this one work now? Does that work?
Yeah, actually it did. Yeah, your voice just got better.
I
You know,
adjusted
book
it
is off.
within the StreamYard.
What
Anyway,
did you say, Pat?
He's gonna take the week off to read the instruction manual. But next week's questionable for me too. But I was also gonna say that we didn't spin the segment wheel because we know what the
It's
next
Funko Pop.
segment is going to be is
Right.
the Funko Pop. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Mhm.
Ooh, Funko Pop.
Oh, well, we also talked about taking a week off too. So I think
that's next week.
okay.
Might
It's just
be.
going to work out that way, I guess.
When was our last week off? Did we do three shows in the last 3 weeks, or was it only 2?
3,
Okay.
I think.
All right, that's perfect. Then I guess I'll change that. That'll probably help me after going to a concert with my daughter, and then doing a whatnot show until 4 a.m. next week. So okay, we're gonna skip next week. So our next show will be 2 weeks from today.
That gives everybody 2 weeks to vote on Cover Combat.
Oh yeah. Plenty of time to vote on Cover Combat.
Yep.
So, okay, Valor, do you have anything else?
Not really.
Okay, thanks for being here today. Thanks
Yep.
for Mark too, wherever he is. Y'all were fun. You definitely added to the video game barrage in ways that I totally wasn't aware of. So it was awesome. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for
Okay.
the trivia.
What's that?
Thanks for the trivia.
Oh yeah. I was hoping you'd like that. No problem at all. You're very welcome. All right. So until next time, don't forget that appreciating great art is awesome and reading a great story is fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Xcellar out.